there, and welcome back to the Curly Corner. I am going to call this my Q1 wrap up, and yes, I am in the car. I left my tripod at school, so I wanted to get this video out when my thoughts were really fresh in my mind for Q1. So sorry about some of the changes in lighting here, but it is, I just really want to, let me just kind of adjust. Can I get, it just looks crooked in my mind here. Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna, why do I keep saying gonna? I think it's because of my kids. So I am going to try my best to, try to cover as much as I can with you guys about some of my Q1 reflections and some of the things that I've attempted to implement in my classroom and how they are going very well and how they are not going so well, and I've had to make quite a few changes with those things. So let's get into it. Number one, flexible seating. Flexible seating is a wonderful alternative to just a change in your classroom, to spice it up, to give kids the ability to have a fresh perspective, allow them to have a comfortable learning environment, and which will best fit their needs. And I've noticed a different trend in where my kids sit and where they feel the most comfortable. And I like that. So the pros are just that my room is like, I don't want to call it a playroom, but it's really like a home. It's a home, and my kids feel comfortable to come in and sit and be on the floor and just feel safe. And I really feel like my kids feel safe in my classroom, which helps to build a relationship with them. I thought that I was going to have to assign seating arrangements like elementary school, but I did not, and I'm really glad about it because I've noticed that some kids, they do just naturally rotate depending on the day, and also based off of grouping, then I have the kids sit in different places as well. I just don't feel comfortable having conferences with them around their friends when I'm talking about their grades, so I will pull them aside. And also, I just can't get down for some things on the ground and just sit with them because of technology and having to have my stuff charged up and things like that. So that's some of the different things that are happening with flexible seating. My cons, and it's not really a con, however, it is something that that has been happening. I noticed that I really need to change my flexible seating configuration quite often. I've changed it about 4 times, and we've been in school for 10 weeks. So it can be a little time consuming when I'm changing things around and cleaning things, and it really is just for the convenience of the kids, and I want it to be a fresh environment whenever they come in the room, because whenever they come in and I've changed the configuration, it's like a wow factor, like it's the first day all over again. So I really like that, and makes me happy, and the kids happy too, which is great. Number 2 that has been really big in my classroom, I implemented personalized learning plans, which I like to call PLPs. And my PLPs have been really great. It allows my exceeding very high functioning kids to get things done quickly and move on to the next topic, so they're not bored and waiting on other students. And it also allows my lower level kids, or any kids that are, just need more time to work on these assignments, that they get to feel like they can work on them at their own pace. And I really like it. It's going well. It's working out well. We had a couple of kinks because some of my kids that wanted to take a longer time took a really long time to work on some of the assignments, and that was not good. So we had to talk about it and fix it. And so I fixed that, where I have, made it a little bit more strategic and organized for them. one thing that I have noticed from last 9 weeks, I assigned way too many assignments at a time. Way too many. Last 9 weeks, my kids were assigned 6 intro development videos and then 12 formative assignments. That is 12 per 102 kids. That was not wise for me to grade. And I am turning in so the light should be good. Yay. That was not a wise decision at all. I should never have done that, and that was a flop. And I just feel bad about it. I just feel really bad because this should have never happened. But let me just park here and I can finish it up. Yes. Okay. So I can actually look at you guys. So that was a flop, and it is being changed. So now what I am doing, I am actually creating clusters, and I am giving the kids a cluster at a time of assignments. So you do this cluster first, do this cluster first, and then I will work with you in a small group in another cluster. So I cannot grade that many assignments, and I don't even think that they needed that much. Now, one thing that I noticed is my grades from last quarter were really, really, really good. So I just think they need more time on true rigorous assessments, but not a bunch of them for any reason. So we're definitely changing that. I definitely changed that, definitely streamlined it, and I'm making it more very strategic and intentional. And I'm also implementing, and I'm going to talk about it probably after I do it, story time with Mrs. Curry, and we're going to implement claim, evidence, and reasoning skills inside of reading library books that I found that talk about the content that we're studying. So just going to see how we can do that, how I provide them with a question, they come up with a claim, and then we use evidence from the reading to answer the claim, and then, develop our reasoning. So we're going to try that. So that is what has been happening with the PLPs. We'll see how that works out. Curry conferences, student and teacher conferences, have been a hit or miss. It really works out with being able to have the kids know exactly what they are missing, why they're missing it, things like that. As far as understanding, they need more time. So I'm just going to definitely do it as a group, maybe like half of the class. I cannot do it individually, because individually it starts to turn into 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it's not fair to the others. So I think I'm just going to make the Curry conferences like not necessarily a Curry conference, but a Curry check-in. So I'm just going to change it for a Curry check-in. Hey, we're checking in, see what you're missing, what you need to get done, and move on. I'm not going to do it as a actual small group. We'll just take care of whatever I need to take care of in the actual small group. So still having a check-in with me so that they can see me as much as possible, but not as individualized as I'm going to sit there and tutor you, because that's what it was turning into, and it takes too much time because I need to address other needs with other students. So that just needed to be fixed. So is that 1, 2, and 3? Yes, this was number 4. Lastly, that has been just a big thing, is paperless in my classroom. And this is my second year implementing 100% or trying to go 100% paperless. And it is a skill that I am working on, because my students are getting used to the different types of tools that we use for different things. For example, for Padlet, we may use Padlet for our bell ringers and graphic organizers and things like that, and how to open it. And they use iPads, so they're going to have to open it in Safari so it works better and it's crisper and cleaner, things like that. And then Schoology is our learning management system, and it has, you know, done an integration with Google. However, they cannot use the Schoology app. They have to use Schoology on Safari in order to open up and have it share a doc with them, or Google Slides, or Google Sheets. So it has, it's just been a trial. We are working on it. We're getting in the process. My kids are getting used to it. Sometimes I have to stop, go through things, and just go back through. And this is how you do it. Remember this, pull them on the side. Click this, click this, click this. And normally they will recognize it if I say, hey, did you open that in Safari? And they're like, oh, that's why. And they're able to figure it out and go back through it. So all in all, great quarter. I am excited to say that at this point in time, everybody's passing. And I enjoy saying, I'm so excited. I don't think I've ever said that before, that everybody in my first quarter is passing. Wow. That's exciting. I guess not a but. And I explain to my kids all the time that we work up the ladder. So if you had trouble with science before and you were an F student in science, then we're working to a D. When we achieve our D, then we work towards a C. So it is a gradual process. And when I say that everyone is passing, I am not saying everyone has an A, but we are definitely at a place where we can move forward and continue. And that's growth. And I'm focusing only on growth. And that's one of the main reasons why I love teaching. It's growth. Steps. So there is my sum up. There is my reflection. Going forward, my vlogs are going to be snippets of different things that I feel like are going well in the classroom. Or even just it will be more so of a snippet. I don't want to have so many long videos where you're like of the week. So it will definitely be snippets of different things that I think that I would love to show you, whether good or bad, especially if it's going well with strategically planning. So I hope everyone's school year is going great, and I hope everyone will enjoy a little bit of a fresh take on the inside of my classroom. And yeah, I'm very excited. The school year is going by really great. This is a really great school year, and I'm really excited about it. So I will talk to you later. Bye.